各位观众，大家好。今天是2019年11月4号，今天是星期一。我们在温哥华某酒店采访第3代的一个移民，因为我们知道移民的生活千差万别，每一个移民来都是背负着自己家庭的期望，有的人成功，有的人来了这地方以后又离婚。每个人的幸福故事和甜蜜是不同的，但是很多人离婚和分别的时候，最终都是一个家庭破裂。我们在这上希望分享每一个移民的故事，能够知道他们如何的奋斗，一步一步的走进加拿大，一步一步的走向成功。如果他们痛苦，我们为他们祝福，让他们把他们的生活改变。如果他们幸福，我们希望他更加幸福。今天我在这个酒店就要采访一个经历非常丰富的一个老人，他的名字叫 Russell。本期节目是由美国加州奥克兰市英记世家赞助播出，订餐电话是510-465-1888。Hello, Russell.
Oh, good evening. Yeah.
Okay, let's. Can we sit down here to have a talk?
Yeah.
Today, I just want to. You share your story, right? You meet me, and then you said you are third generation, and you said that you have a lot of story.
Yes.
Can you share some story?
Yes, a long story in a short space of time, but I'll try my best to tell about what it's like for overseas Chinese and
Live streaming.
live streaming. Overseas Chinese live streaming is what we're talking about today. And it starts with my grandfather on my father's side. First of all, I'd just like to just give you a little idea of where my grandfather came from. He originated, or he was born, in a little hamlet called Zhongshan Dutao.
May I translate for you?
Yeah.
他的爷爷是从广东省中山渡头一个小村庄出来的。So when he arrived Vancouver?
He arrived in Vancouver 1896 at the age of 19. When he left China, he came by steamship. It took 4 weeks on the ocean voyage, and he arrived in Vancouver basically with just a little small suitcase and became a farmer. He tried his hand at farming because back home in Zhongshan Dutao, it was just a farming area that produced a lot of what you call lychee, and came from a farming stock, so he became a farmer here. But he soon learned that he didn't make any money over here to do something of his life. So he went to work in a sawmill, doing hard labor. The sawmill was very busy because Vancouver is it's a what you call natural resource base. It had probably the most trees to be cut down, and mining industry was good. A lot of resources, natural resources to build the city and the country.
Can you speak a little bit louder?
Yeah. So anyways, just go back. So my grandfather came at age 19. He came here for a better life, and also when he left behind his wife and 3 children. Yes, He was only 19, but he was already married with 3 children, and he came here for a better life. And the whole idea was to make money and send for his wife to come over here to Canada to join him with his children. However, after he found out he couldn't make him in farming, like I said, he made some money in the lumber industry, working for a sawmill, doing hard labor, where you could very easily lose your finger or your hand, because in those days everything was so, all the equipment was so old. Basically, you had to hand saw, hand do everything, so you're always at risk of being injured. Anyways, he saved money and became a farmer, and he harvested his crops and he wanted to sell them in Vancouver's Chinatown. So he took out his horse, he hooked it to his wagon, and he loaded his wagon full of vegetables. Every second day he would take his crop to Chinatown, which took a whole day's journey, in which he made a good time of it because he taught himself English while he was on his journey to Chinatown. He finally decided to open a store in Chinatown as well, and so and do some trading with foodstuffs that he could get from other farmers. And because he taught himself English, he helped a lot of other farmers sell their vegetables, because other farmers never took the time or just never had the capacity to learn the English language. It was just too much for them to do. But he became a businessman, and he opened a wholesale and retail store in Chinatown. And however, after spending 12 years here, he found, during those times, the Canadian government passed a law that stopped immigration of Chinese coming from China. It was called the Chinese Exclusion Law. So everybody that was over here could not get their family over. So all he could do was send money back to China to his wife, and to support the children and create a home without a daddy there. After waiting those years, by the time 1912 rolled around, he still couldn't get his wife over, and he had already been in Canada since he was 19. So you're talking about 15 years has passed without having connection with his wife. And however, his wife said, well, he wrote a letter to his wife, and his wife wrote back and said, well, I have a friend in Canada. Why don't you go ahead and marry my friend in Canada and have a family? That's what his wife in China told my grandfather. So he did that. He married a friend set up by his wife, and they got married. He had 11 children from his second wife. And my father, his name was Tim Louis. He was the oldest. He was head of the family. He was number one son. My grandfather had, with his second wife, 9 boys and 2 girls.
Wow.
So now you're looking at a lot of children to support. The second wife, 11, first wife, 3, 14 children he had. Okay, so he started this, my grandfather's name was Hop Yet Louis, or Larry Hop Yet. But in English, we know him as H.Y. Louis. It became a very big food distribution company here after my grandfather retired. Now, I just want to say a few things before I go into what my father did with the company. I just want to finish up with my grandfather, H.Y. Louis. If you want to translate H.Y. Louis, it's hot, very hot yet. That's how you pronounce it. He went back to China and left all his children under the care of my father. My father was the oldest in the family. He went back to China in 1934 for the very first time to see his first wife and his children from his first wife. For the first time since he came over when he was 19.
How many years? After how many years?
Oh, well, put it this way.
40 years later, right?
When he went back in 1935 to China to see his first wife, he
How old was he?
He became sick, and he died of diabetes in a Hong Kong hospital in 1936 at the age of 55 years old. So in his lifetime, he was a farmer from a small little community outside Sakai, came to Canada, had altogether from his first wife, second wife, 14 kids, and went back to China and died by the time he was 55 years old. So he did a lot in such a young
Short
life.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. In this day and age, you couldn't die of diabetes when you're 55. Not now in these days with all the medicine that we got and all the ways they can detect early signs of diabetes and get it treated. But in those days, you can have it and not even know you had it. And so that's why he passed away at 55. He died in Hong Kong, and that was my grandfather, H.Y. Louis. Very short life, 55. As I'm speaking to you now, I'm 74. So I've already passed his life by 20 years, and I haven't done 1/10 of what he did. Those days, those strong old men, they can do it. So let's go into my father now.
So let's finish this one as episode 1, okay?
Yeah, that's finished now.
Do you want to make a conclusion for your grandfather's first generation?
Yes. Very good. Very good thing. My grandfather was physically, he was a very big man from the pictures that I have of him. I've never met him in person because he died in 1936, and I wasn't born until 1945. So I never did meet my grandfather, but he's larger than life. I look at his pictures, big man, about 6 feet, 1 inch tall, big handlebar mustache. Wore tuxedo. He had Western clothing. He looked like he was someone right out of a cowboy movie in Hollywood. He's just a big, jovial or jolly-looking man, big mustache, piercing eyes, and with that kind of look and his strong will, he backed up all that with what he did by the time he passed on in 55 years of age.
Okay, next episode we will invite you, and then you can tell the story about your father. Okay? Thank you very much.
Okay.
这里是海外华人直播，我们不办高盛，我们直播传真。如果你喜欢我们的节目，就请在视频的右下方点击并且订阅我们的节目，让各位观众如果你有兴趣继续观看我们的第2集